of time post-operatively, an infection, and especially a person who abstained from intoxicants. And if a person is suffering from this, even in advanced hospitals, sometimes he can die. He can have several endocrine disorders such as myxedema, hypothyroidism, Cushing syndrome. He can have hematological disorders like Zine syndrome. He can have folic acid deficiency in which there is microcytic anemia. He can have platelet disorders, thrombocytopenia. Common drugs which a person takes like flagyl, that's metronidazole, can come in between if he regularly takes alcohol. If a person takes alcohol regularly, his power to fight the diseases, his immunity goes down. There are chances of infection of the respiratory tract. There can be diseases of the lung like emphysema, like pulmonary tuberculosis, like lung abscess. And when a person vomits, his cough reflex is reduced during intoxicant, and the vomitus can go into the lung, causing lung abscess as well as emphysema. A person can even die due to this problem. And this problem of intoxicants, of alcohol, is further multiplied in the woman. A woman has more chances of cirrhosis of liver as compared to the man. And if a woman is pregnant and if she takes alcohol, there are chances of having alcohol fetus syndrome. It even affects the baby. There are several diseases. There can be skin disease like alopecia, eczema, paronychia, stomatitis. Several diseases. You can only list the diseases for days together and discuss for months together. But today's doctors, the Westerners, they tell us in the medical journals that alcoholism is a disease. It's a disease. It's not addiction. You know, like how you have typhoid, you have pulmonary tuberculosis, and normally people are sympathetic towards people who have disease. If a person is sick, you are sympathetic. Poor person. He has got typhoid, he has got influenza, he is suffering from illness. So today's doctors tells us that alcoholism is a disease. So I tell them, if alcoholism is a disease, it is the only disease that is sold in bottles. It is the only disease that has a licensed outlet for its sale. It is the only disease that brings the revenue to several governments of the world, including the Western government. It is the only disease that is advertised in the television, on the satellite, on the radio, in the newspapers, in the magazines. It is the only disease which brings violent deaths on the highways. It is the only disease that destroys families. It is the only disease which has got no viral or germ cause. It's not a disease. The Quran says in Surah Ma'idah chapter 5 verse number 90, "Rijsum min amali shaitan, fajtanibu la'allakum tuflihun." It's not a disease, it's a Satan's handiwork. Abstain from this handiwork that you may prosper. And Islam also has a solution. There are chances that you may get allured by